Does your exhaust look and sound like this? That's hideous. Sounds horrible. Let's see if we can fix that. So here's the exhaust. This is what it looks like. It has burnt in a few places. When I'm driving, I can actually hear some of this air coming out. And then it's also rattling like crazy. This is a makeshift exhaust. Looks like somebody has welded this piece here and did some modifications there. So this is definitely not original and stock. So after we have found a vehicle that has the same exact engine and similar year, for example, I know this vehicle, they made it from late 2008 to early 2012. So I found a 2010 vehicle at Pick and Pull. What I did is I measured where all these mounting points are at. So we can do this. This is between 21 and 22. The actual beginning of the thing is at about 19 and a half. So you take measurements like that. Take measurements from the frame, because when you go to Pick and Pull, there's going to be likely that a lot of these engine components are missing. So here we are from the frame to the side. It's about 7 towards the middle, or 6.5. And then you continue this way. Do these here. This is about 7 right here, and so on. You do pretty much all these mounting points against the frame of the vehicle, and you take photographs, you take pictures, or you write it down, whatever you wish, and then you take that information into Pick and Pull, and you're gonna go in there and measure a whole bunch and see if what they have is compatible. You're gonna be mostly looking for something that's less rusted than yours, and you're gonna be looking at if it's stock. If it's stock, that's your best bet. If it's some aftermarket shit like this right here, don't even bother with it, unless it's brand new. Unless this looks brand new. This was brand new at one point, and it's terrible. This is shit. We have matched all the measurements we made from my vehicle to this vehicle that I found on Pick and Pull, and we have pulled all the parts. Unfortunately, this piece is cut. I'm gonna see if I can use my original one. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this piece here. This thing is a lot more beefier. I think my car will sound a lot more quieter. And then make sure you get this piece over here. But what I'm trying to say is all these mounting points matched identical to what I have measured on my car. This is the clunk of metal that I'm going to purchase from Pick and Pull, and they told me this is worth $56. What I have found that works the best is WD-40, and apply it as much as you can. Apply it everywhere, in every little hole like this. Apply it on these connectors up there that get stuck and you can't take them out, like that. Apply it everywhere, every joint, anything that you can get on it that is rusted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start removing the back piece first. We're gonna disconnect this right here and remove the back piece first from the truck, and we'll go from there. So right now we have to loosen these bolts right here. These look like 13s, so wish me luck with all this rust right here. But pretty much you can use a pry bar, you can use a hammer, you can, if there's especially like a bend right here, maybe you can hit it on the side right here with a hammer. But I think wiggling it back and forth. So I'm going to loosen these bolts right here. I'm going to take it out of that bushing in the back, and I'm going to start wiggling the hell out of it and see if there's any play, and you can come back and check up on it, see if anything's coming out. The next thing we're removing would be this guy right here, and I found a hammer or a pry bar works the best. What you're going to do is you're going to vigorously move the pipe up and down like this, until you can, and side to side, up and down and side to side until you can get it out all the way. There you go. And the pipe, let's see, yep, you can get it out. You can get it from under the car when the car's parked. The next piece I'm removing is right after the muffler, and this piece right here looks original, thank God. They kept this pipe right here. So what I was trying to explain earlier is I might get away with being able to use this pipe, even though this pipe could also be changed. This pipe is actually not in too bad of a shape. There's no holes in it. There's a lot of like surface rust. You can actually wipe some of this off. Nothing too major, no dents. We're gonna take this off right now and then proceed with our steps forward. Right here, so we're gonna loosen this bolt up there, and then we're gonna bang this out, and then we're gonna free those guys up there. We're just gonna start wiggling it around the same way we did with the front piece. So the way I remove these guys is I use the normal standard socket. I get the socket in there, and then I put this in like this. You see that doesn't go all the way. However, the socket does, and it's less likely that you'll strip a bolt. You can use this as a pry. You can push it in forward like that. And then one thing to keep in mind, guys, underneath the car, all these little pieces are going to be flying in your face. They're going to be going in your eyes. So I suggest you either wear a mask or get as far as possible from it. So I'm about a foot away. I'm about a foot away from it. I'm about to turn this. There you go. Thank God it loosened. There you go. So I see a lot of pieces falling, so I'm moving back even further. You don't want this to go in your eye. It's gonna be a bitch to get it out. Don't ask me how I know. Or get some sandpaper and kind of work the inside of this piece, because you know this piece is gonna go over it, so you have to get the inside of it out, right? And then this piece right here, it's gonna be going over this piece, so you do the outside just like that. Once again, keep your face away from all the things that are falling on you. Just kind of do this very lightly, nothing too crazy. When you're putting this clunk of metal back on, you see I have it right here resting on my chest. I recommend you get one of these pieces hooked up first, and then you can work it in here. Now we check the clearance. The exhaust has plenty of clearance. I was a little bit tripping out before, but this is amazing. This is how it should be. Now, you see this right here? There's a lot of shiny stuff here, and there's like a line of dirt that goes around like this. This indicates how far this needs to go back. So you gotta start wiggling this thing in. I gotta wiggle it about 1/2 inch until I get to this dark line. That's how you know, because if I tighten this up right now, it's not gonna hook right. It needs to go further. So this is amazing. I don't need to replace that piece back there. I could just keep this and then change the back pieces. So I have two pipes here laid out. The new pipe has a little dent here, and you can see this is very important that you check. This side right here is lower, this side is higher. This is 1 inch, this is 1/2 inch. So you got to make sure that this matches that. So I would have to press this out a little bit further. If you follow this, everything here looks the same, except when you get to this piece, there's a bunch of shit here on the old one, and there's some dents here, some grooves, some deep grooves here, which I don't like. This one's nice. This one even has the original little slot here that helps you guide it in. So I'm gonna use this piece, which is the new piece, and I will bend this out right here, and I'll bend this out once it's on the car, but I gotta bend this out right here a little bit, maybe about 1 inch. Pay attention to your mounting hardware. You see, this is a nice square. This is all deformed. It's supposed to be like this, right? And it's deformed. So this is the new one, this is the old one. Obviously, we're using the old one. Get this last piece in here as much as we could. We're gonna try to push it in as much as we can here on this side by hand, and then we're gonna tighten that bolt, and then we're gonna see how this exhaust system sounds like. This is the moment of truth, and we're gonna see how this exhaust sounds now. Oh my god, it is so much quieter now. It is a lot quieter. Here you go, guys. Very simple fix, $56. And yeah, subscribe to my channel. Support people who support you.